Witness my rise. Transfixed.
This moment will be frozen in time.
Let the show begin.
Leaving so soon? No escape! You can't run from death.
Ad Astra Abyssal. Thank you for completing today's...
Noted. Hunt them down. A sharpshooter. Into the shadows. Time to testify. Enough. Ready. Into the shadows. Hunt them down. Time to testify. Ready.
A process of elimination. Defract. Give me some space. Sage's wisdom. Excuse me.
Feeling lucky today?
Wings of darkness, come, sever night from day.
Give me some space.
You want this no more?
You are not welcome here. Way ahead of you.
Pulverize!
Yeah, just like we rehearsed.
we go! Yeah! Huh?
Out of the frying pan.
Let's light it up! Teamwork is dreamwork!
Hey, yeah! Boba, get them!
Let's light it up! No, my sword! Witness the power of Fuwa! Everybody stand back!
Out of the frying pan, into the fire! You're...
Adventure time! Adventure time! Let's spark things up a little. Let's light it up! Teamwork is dreamwork! Rain Cutter, rain outlines your fate.
Check this out.
Nice and spicy!
I got you covered. Don't get too close.
Eat this!
Fire it up. Here's backup.
Motion to compel! Breath of the flame!
Supporting fire.
Race you! You're toast!
I also plan Vegeta. Tahiti. Ah, bro, I'm more going to move to Nepal, man. Just become a monk, bro. Alright, we got suppress rules. I don't know what this is. Let's say we do some learning Kung Fu. Gonna become a monk, bro. There's a range. Use this big guy. I need some flying units. Stage recommendations. Single target. Team AoE. No idea. Oh, opponent details. Oh, okay. I see. So we'll need some range. I need this guy for the bats. We need this guy. We need this guy. Melee. Need some range. Got some slimes. Slimes is combat. Need some flyers, bro. Why did it tell me to choose? Let's converge. Yeah, the Dutching out.
Fry! Fry! We'll meet again. Fry! Let's end this now! We'll meet again. Fry! Let's end this now! Fry! 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 Let's end this now! Fry! We'll meet again. Fry! Fry!
Finally, I... No.
Fall before me! Fall before me! Fall before me! Cut down like this. will do! This will end you! This will do! Fall before me! Fall before me! Cut down like picked the wrong test subject. This will end you before me. This will do. This will end you. You win this battle. This will do. We'll meet again. We'll meet again. Treasure. Where's the treasure? Fry! We'll meet again. Fry! Fall before me!
The perfect distance!
Picked the wrong test subject. Cut down. Like
To the very going somewhere?
Fry!
Feel my blade. Going somewhere? Ha! Feel my blade. The perfect distance. Going somewhere?
Fry!
Feel my blade. Finally,
This will do! You win! This.
to the ferry.
da 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 da. Everyone is working super hard. We should be too. Go, Barbara, go! kind of trouble. Let's go check out what's going on.
Still no dice?
Not at all. And I've asked pretty much everyone in the court of Fontaine already. Lynette's ears drooped as soon as she heard that we'd have to be out and about for days on end. And Fremine, he hid himself under his helmet as soon as he realized there'd be people around that he didn't know.
What about Chiori and Charlotte? I feel like both of them would be more than up to it.
I've asked them already, but they're both pretty busy right now. I just gave the members of the Spina a few days off, too, so I don't want to bother them either.
This is getting pretty difficult.
Navia, Cloran, what's up?
Oh my. Well, if it isn't my dear partners. How are you all doing?
Huh. Navia?
Huh? Oh, you mean...
Yep, this is our chance.
Do you need our help with something?
Oh, precisely. My dear partners, we've got a huge problem right now that only you can solve.
Whoa, for real?
Absolutely. We've already exhausted all our other options.
Traveler, Paimon, would you join us and play Marechaussee Hunter Judgment Day?
Marechaussee what now?
It's a new game script by the Tabletop Troupe, a local roleplay adventure club.
Ever heard of the Tabletop Troupe? They put out games that allow you to participate in a story and roleplay characters with your friends. Oh, I've loved their stuff ever since I was a kid.
That sounds super interesting.
Clorand and I are both veteran members of the club. Recently, someone came up with a new script and was looking for people to help playtest it for them. And when they asked, of course I couldn't refuse. I mean, come on, a brand new script? Nobody has ever played it before.
Generally speaking, scripts at that level of development have a lot of issues, but I think this one is pretty solid. The author obviously put a lot of work into the story, and the world building is also quite credible.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! I know I was the one that handed you the script, but some of us haven't read it yet. No spoilers, please.
Anyway, the script calls for a team of 4. Ah, yes. We're missing one final player right now.
So, you're saying you'll help us out? I knew I could count on you, partner.
Paimon and the Traveler are kind of a package deal. Is that okay?
That's not a problem. I'll adjust the pace based on the actual number of players, and ensure that everyone has a good time.
Well, Traveler, what do you think? Wanna play? Paimon will follow your lead.
Well, that solves our problem. You have our thanks.
Woohoo! I'll go grab the script manager from the club right away.
The script manager? Didn't you just say that you gave Cloran the script?
The club introduced a completely new kind of gameplay for the script. In this iteration, the Game Master's version of the script is incomplete. The script manager provides the next part of the script only after players have completed the current list of objectives. On top of that, in order to increase player immersion, the club has created some of the story's sets and scenes in real life. We'll only know where we should go once the script manager reveals the starting location.
Wow, you're right. Whoever wrote this script really did put in a lot of work.
And it's got a real healthy amount of suspense, right? I mean, even the GM doesn't know how the story will end.
I look forward to experiencing it with you all.
Why don't you go meet up with the others first? They should all be waiting at Chioriya Boutique. I'll come over with the script manager as soon as I find them.
Sounds good. Remember to always watch where you're going, and don't rush.
You say that like I'm 6 years old or something. Let me think. What kind of character should I play this time?
I just hope you'll pick up some useful skills this time. Oh, and stop trying to persuade every animal you come across. Sorry to keep you waiting.
Ah, you're back! Huh? And you've got the Traveler and Paimon with you, too!
What a pleasant surprise. I assume you'll be joining us for the game then?
Linny, Furina! Paimon didn't know you were playing too. Are you also members of the tabletop troupe?
I'm more of a casual member, if anything. I haven't taken part in many formal club activities. Lynette Fremine and I play something similar at the Hotel Booth Tété sometimes, but I'm usually the GM. Still, I'm sure it'll be fun being a player for the first time. I'm looking forward to it.
Well, I'm not a member of the club at all. Claran simply woke me up first thing this morning, said there was a good script worth experiencing, and asked if I wanted in.
If you're interested, I can give you a referral. That should give you a 40% discount on membership fees.
I think I'll wait to see how this experience plays out first, especially when it comes to the quality of the script. If it's sufficiently fun, then I'll join.
Do you participate in a lot of tabletop troupe activities, Clarine?
You could say that. She's actually one of the few senior game masters of the troupe.
Ah, right. I knew about that even when she was still my subordinate.
It's nothing. Really, just a small hobby of mine.
Wow. Hyman's so used to seeing you be all upstanding and intimidating as the champion duelist. It's kinda hard to imagine you role-playing with a bunch of friends.
Surely you jest. I would never intentionally make things difficult for my players. I maintain a clear boundary between my professional and personal lives. The me you see at court represents the law and order of Fontaine. I put all personal feelings to the side and grant a fair duel to all who seek to defend their honor. But in my personal life, I'm just an ordinary person. Someone who feels anger and sadness, just like everyone else.
Well, you say that, but for all the time I've known you, I don't think I've ever seen you cry. I've seen you get angry, sure, but now I'm wondering whether you were actually mad or if it just looked that way from the outside.
I was probably in work mode during those times.
Is that
Hello.
so? Well, in any case, I just feel like even in your personal life, you don't get emotional very often.
So you want to see me cry? That might be a little difficult. A show of anger, though, that might be something I could accomplish.
No, that's not what I meant.
Ah, I'm back! Here, allow me to introduce you to the script manager, Mr. Florian.
Pleasure to meet you all.
Hello? Wait, are you a champion duelist too, Mr. Florian?
Oh, no. This is just the costume provided by the club. I occasionally play a few of the roles in my scripts.
That sounds like a lot of work.
It's nothing. It's the least we can do to give the players a more immersive experience. Anyway, allow me to give you a brief introduction of the script. This script was adapted from the real history of the Maroshose hunters. You all will play the role of hunters from a bygone era and resolve a series of events unfolding in the capital.
Paimon's not super familiar with the history of the Maroshose hunters. Is that a problem?
Oh, no problem at all. I can give you a brief rundown. So, basically, Marashose hunters were people who dedicated themselves to hunting monsters and protecting the city by using a special swordsmanship technique passed down over generations. Their story can be traced back to the ancient Remurian dynasty, as well as the first hunter, Cassiodor. But I'll leave the finer details for you to seek out and discover later.
Mm-hmm. And I'll provide additional commentary as the story progresses.
In that case, brave hunters, are you ready to set out on an unknown adventure?
Whoa, just one sentence and it's like we're in the story already!
Aha, I see many a determined gaze before me. Very well, head over to this location and begin your heroic journey.
So, as we follow the story, it leads us to specific scenes? Ooh, sounds pretty innovative. What does the message in the envelope say?
It's the exact location of the scene, as well as the formal permission to use the venue. Huh, seems like they have everything prepared. Please check all your belongings, everyone, and make sure you haven't forgotten anything. Once you're ready, please follow me to the designated location.
Sounds good! Hunter Squad, move out!
They really have thought of everything. Even the Fatometer is here and ready to go for us.
The Fatometer. What's that?
It's a card that's used to determine action success or failure. We'll need to use it when we try to use certain skills.
And what about all the dessert and tea? Is that for us as well?
That's what the message said.
Oh, really? That's so nice. It feels just like a tea party with friends.
Those snacks have Paimon's name written all over them.
I think you might be more of a snack hunter than a Marashose hunter, Paimon.
Snack Hunter Paimon reported for duty. If there are delicious snacks to be found, Paimon will track down every last one.
The desserts are great. But I'm still looking forward to the story more than anything.
Very fair. Then, let us begin. First, please pick up the blank character cards in front of you, and write down your name and profession. You can find an abbreviated version of the rules printed on the back of your character card. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me. In this story, everyone is a Marashose hunter. To reflect this, the club has prepared a small badge for everyone.
Ooh, nice.
As hunters, you have proficiency in swordsmanship and fighting by default, so there's no need to allocate any additional skill points to those areas.
Swordsmanship? So there's a fighting part to all of this? Paimon's not sure she can do all that on her own. Maybe Paimon can just stick with you?
Why don't you share a character card then? The Traveler will be the Marashose hunter, and you can be his little floating assistant.
Kinda like in real life.
So, for the name, do I fill it out with the name of my character?
Yep, it can be any name you like.
You can use your real name too if you want. I do that whenever I get too lazy to think of a new name.
Oh, so it would be like experiencing a different life, but still as yourself. That's not a bad idea.
In that case, I think I'll continue to use the name Linny then.
Next up is the skill sheet. You have a limited amount of skill points that you can use to learn a number of skills. The more points you invest in a particular skill, the easier it will be to pass associated checks.
I'll take persuasion and
You touch grass?
investigation.
I'm glad to
Those
hear
are
it.
must-haves when it comes to missions like
Congratulations.
these.
Thank you for the lurk,
Those skills
Adonis.
sound like they'd be useful for gathering intelligence. Good idea, Navia. Just as expected of a veteran player.
I hope you're not
So
writing this
should we
message from the
also
hospital,
take those skills then?
Nagito.
Not necessarily. Since we're working together as a team, we could leave the negotiations to Navia and use our skill points to pick up other useful skills. For example, I think I'll take stealth and sleight of hand. That will give us more options if we run into any situations we can't negotiate our way out of.
Oh, interesting. I wasn't thinking about it like that. I suppose it's not so different from an acting troupe. Everyone has their own role to play. Let me see. I'll take arts and performance. I'm not quite sure.
Yes,
what
I'm doing the
useful will be,
Cloran story.
but I'm not as
Today we're gonna have a
knowledgeable
short
about
stream.
the other skills. And
Because I already did the events
I'm
already.
not too confident I'd be able to roleplay them.
And congrats on Tiniari.
Well, that leaves us. What do you want to learn, Traveler?
Let's learn cooking.
Ha! Gotta say, this suits you really well. Nothing boosts morale like good food. Oh, something that'll help you get a read on other people's thoughts. Sounds
The event is
useful.
cool.
So what do you
It
think?
was alright.
Are you sure you want to learn these two skills?
Yes.
Let's see. Oh, looks like you each have enough points to choose one final skill.
It was alright.
All pick such
As long as I'm
classic
getting
skills.
pretty much gems, I
It's
don't really
fine
care.
to go a little bit out of the box, you know.
Why do I get the feeling she's getting ready to cause trouble?
For example, this one here. Summon. Doesn't it sound super mysterious and cool?
Oh, I saw that one just now as well. The description says, this skill can be used under certain circumstances to summon characters or creatures that fit the script.
Did you see that new trailer for Honkai Star
The
Rail
script's world-building rules.
on the Game Fest yesterday?
But how are we supposed to know what a Marashose hunter can summon?
Oh, that's not for us to worry about, my friend. Just learn the skills that interest you.
You haven't?
And the GM will take care of the
You
rest.
should go take a look at it. It was pretty hype, even though I don't play that game.
Paimon. Let's learn summon then. Paimon can't wait to see what kind of thing shows up.
They were showing everyone. I know that.
Now that everyone's more or
That
less finished
Raiden
creating their
Shogun chick
characters,
over there, they
we
were
can
showing
begin.
Kafka.
Since 2 of our players are doing this for the first time,
All the
though,
characters.
let me ask. Would you like to play on easy mode or authentic mode?
What's the difference between the two?
Well, in role-playing games, the story sometimes changes based on the decisions of the players and the results of the Fatometer. For example, if you fail a check, that means you cannot use the target skill in that scenario. A critical failure may even result in further negative consequences. If you choose to play in authentic mode, every time you elect to use a skill, you'll need to use the Fatometer to see whether you succeed or fail, and face any consequences that may follow. If you choose easy mode instead, every check will be successful by default, and you won't have to worry about luck playing a factor.
Oh wait, we're actually gonna play a game for real? I'm here putting my fingernails. Damn, where did that go? The random checks triggered by the Fatometer often serve as indicators for Destiny's course of success. Used to draw a card and get a random number between one. The number displayed is greater than the equal to the check difficulty in the process.
Given that I'd like to focus on the story, I suppose I should pick easy mode. I'd feel bad if I brought the team down by failing my checks.
Huh? Oh, come on. Don't worry about that. RNG is the lifeblood of role-playing games. I'm going with authentic mode for sure. Never knowing what you might have to overcome. Ugh, doesn't that sound exciting?
I'd rather
Yeah.
be mentally prepared.
That was
for
in
what might happen.
the Game Fest yesterday.
All right, then I'll mark down Furina
You don't watch
for
the Game
easy mode.
Fest?
All her checks will be successful by default. As usual, Navia and Linny will play on authentic mode.
What about you, dear partner? How would you like to play?
Are you sure?
Trust me, you'll see the beauty of RNG. Honestly, I don't think
All right,
Clarand would make
Navia
things
broke
too
the
difficult
fourth
for
wall.
us, no matter what the Fatometer says. Isn't that right, Clarand?
No promises.
That wasn't super reassuring.
Well, anyway, enough talk. Let's get started. I want to experience at least a good chunk of the story today.
Speaking of the story, why is the beginning scene on a beach?
Well, that's because... a long time ago, back when human civilization was still in its infancy, powerful demons and evil sorcerers ruled over the land. They created a host of monsters, and sent them to slaughter all humans in existence. Soon, a group of human rebels banded together.
Do you still play
With their swords
Modern
raised,
Waves,
they swore
Magito?
to brave the darkness, and in doing so, subdue each and every monster that sought their destruction. They became known as the Marashosei Hunters.
Yo, what's up, it's been a minute, bro. How are you?
Sometime later, as a member of the Marashosei Hunters, you receive a commission. Following the address provided on the message, you take a boat and arrive at this strange city. As you inhale, you can taste the slightly salty air of the docks as you begin to survey your surroundings. There aren't many people in the vicinity,
Many
but
things
you
happen.
do take note of a few others who, like you, seem to be sizing up this place.
I hope they're good things,
Your
bro.
eyes meet, and you realize these people are fellow Marashosei hunters, likely led to this location after receiving the same commission as you.
You're all Marashosei hunters too, right? Allow me to introduce myself. The name's Navia, monster hunter by trade and
I
helpful
remember you
neighborhood
said the last
businesswoman
time
on the side.
that your
What's
dad
saying
was
to
in the
traveling
hospital,
together?
right?
We
I'm
can
sorry
help
to
each
hear that,
other
bro.
out on the road.
Okay, count me
Oh,
in.
you've been holding up, though.
My name is Linny. I've been wandering since I was little and picked up a few less than
It's
legal
alright.
tricks
It's
along
not
the way.
alright, man.
I was adopted by a Marashosei hunter and later chose to follow in his
You,
footsteps.
Is this where you introduce
I hope you and your
character
family is
to
doing well,
everyone?
bro.
It sounds like they've done this dozens of times.
Of course, dude. You're the man of the house now.
My name is Furina, and, I grew up in a noble family. I always had a strong interest in performance and the arts. Even though I'm a Marashosei hunter, what I really want is to be a
Just try not to
performing
take on too much on
artist.
yourself, bro. It's okay to
Hey,
get help from
that's really
your
cool.
family.
You can do it, Furina. That's exactly how it's done.
Paimon is Paimon, a good friend and companion to this Marashosei hunter right here.
I've been studying the culinary arts since I was a child. I hope my delicious food can help boost people's spirits.
My character
That's
talks here.
wonderful.
That's crazy.
I'll be looking forward to your cooking during our adventures together.
Well, if we're all here for the same commission, why don't we take some time to confirm what
You're
we
not the
need to
type
do?
of person to ask for help, though.
You
That's
open your
most men,
envelopes
bro.
at the
That's what I'm
same
telling
time.
you. It's
The
okay to
message
ask for
reads,
help.
To the honorable and trustworthy
Can't take
Marashosei
on too much
hunters,
responsibility
our
on your
kingdom
own.
is currently facing a grave crisis. The lands outside
Especially
the
at such a
capital
young
have been
age.
overtaken by monsters, and our people are being led astray by forces of wickedness. We beseech you, please help us resolve this crisis and return peace and stability to our home.
Huh. The layout of this city looks super familiar. It kinda reminds Paimon of Mondstadt!
The scriptwriter must have used a real-world city as a reference when coming up with the map.
As experienced hunters, the layout of the city reminds you of places once traveled. You recall the sight of tree-lined streets and the gentle tranquility of days gone by. Yet, as you regard the city in front of you, it appears to be little more than an empty shell. Its hollow gates are
Except that you're
open to
doing
you,
good. Going
beckoning
on
you to
vacation in the
come forth
mountains soon.
and bring salvation
Nice,
back
bro.
to the town.
I'm glad to
I
hear that, dude.
carefully
You need to
read
go out and
every
clear your
line of
head.
the letter and turn my attention to the signatures
Is it
at
just
the
you,
bottom.
or are you going with your
Who
family?
issued this commission to us?
You see a long string of unfamiliar names.
Like, is it a trip with your
It
friends
would
or with your
seem
family?
that many of the residents of the city issued this commission together. They sensed that things were not right within the kingdom and sent a distress signal to the outside world.
In that case, why
Of
don't
course,
we take
bro.
a walk
I
around
hope
the
you
city
have fun, man.
and see if we can learn anything from the local
It's
residents?
always good to spend time with family.
Good idea. We might be able to
And
get
go on
some leads on
trips.
the monsters and bad guys we're after.
You look up and see a tavern nearby. It appears to be open for the day.
Why don't we go check out that tavern? If the novels I've read are anything to go by, taverns are usually full of information.
I went kind of crazy when Scaramouche Banner was here. Damn. Did you get him?
As you approach the tavern,
Maybe spend over
you find
1K
a
for
plainly
him.
dressed woman standing nearby. She appears to be
1K
rather
what,
troubled
bro?
about something.
1K primos? That means primos, man. Man say you spent 1K.
Greetings, friend. Lovely weather we're having
Not
today, don't you
primos?
think?
Damn, bro. You're farming, man.
Oh, hello. I suppose you're right. The weather
Well,
today is
how many
quite lovely.
constellations did you get?
If only those monsters out there would stop causing trouble.
It seems like every character included in the script has a certain amount of useful information to offer. If we keep asking questions, we might be able to get some good leads.
Oh, come now, don't be sad. Life is all about optimism. Oh, that reminds me. What did you have for breakfast this morning?
C2, weapon, 2 copies of
I don't
Baiju,
think that's the kind of question we're
weapon,
supposed
Dilu,
to ask.
Ching.
Nothing turns a
Nice,
frown
bro.
upside down like good
Congratulations,
food.
man.
How about some macarons? I could make you some.
You didn't even take cooking
Now
as
you'll
one of
be
your
flying
skill
all over the place
proficiencies.
and kicking
That's not
vortexes.
necessary, miss. Excuse me for saying this, but you don't really look like a chef. Besides, I'm not really a fan of sweets.
So you're someone who barely smiles
Trying to pull it
and
for
doesn't
Koran.
like sweets.
I wish you all the best, bro.
You're really starting to remind me of this one friend of mine. Hey! Did she just... me?
Clorian must have broke character for a second.
This isn't getting us anywhere.
With the foreign main,
Traveler,
excited
maybe you
because
can
I'm
think of
guaranteed.
something.
Of course, bro. I know you'll be going crazy when you actually see that that golden, that bright gold star falling out of the sky. I'll be doing a big Furina pull-in stream when her banner gets here.
Are you sure? In that case, please refer to the Fatometer.
Have you used cooking to boost your spirits? 14. 8. This is higher. This is check success.
Whoa, it was a success!
You remain silent as you prepare a pot and fire to use for cooking. The woman stares at you with her mouth agape as you skillfully cut the ingredients and toss them into the pot. After some time, a
I'll
rich
put that
aroma
in my
begins to
notes.
fill the air. Even a passing cat can't help
Oh,
but
you'll
stop
put that
in
in
its
your
tracks
notes?
and look up in anticipation.
Please have some food. Who knows? Maybe you'll feel better after eating something delicious.
My character is talking in this story, bro. That's crazy.
Wait. So as long as you pass the check, you can pretty much do anything? And it won't be seen as absurd?
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. This is Cloran's story.
You were right. This food really did make me feel better.
So
Did you
why
do,
were you so worried earlier? Could you tell us a
bedtime
bit
story
more
at
about it?
Val?
Okay, let me fill you in. A horde of monsters suddenly appeared near the capital recently, so all the guards were dispatched to fight them.
Do you remember when those monsters appeared?
I'm not completely sure. All I know is that my husband was dispatched to fight them 3 days ago.
Do you know
I
where
guess it
he
would
was
be
sent?
too expensive to dress the characters like this, right?
It all
It's
happened
cheaper
so
to just
fast.
draw them on the screen.
When we said our
I would
goodbyes,
prefer if the
he
roleplay
didn't
had the
even tell me
characters
where they
dressed
were
like
sent
what
to
I'm
him.
seeing here.
You have our thanks, friend.
Like this. I'd prefer
We'll
to see
find and
Lina like
defeat
this.
those monsters as soon
I'll
as
be
possible.
hilarious.
We sincerely
Want to
hope
lose
your
my
husband will
50-50
be
to
able to
Mona
return to your side
or
soon.
Chi-Chi so bad. Dude, everyone
Thank
who
you.
say they get those characters hate them. You're the only one
Worry.
who always
Find
who say
him.
like
Just try to
unpopular
remain optimistic
opinion,
and wait
bro.
for good news.
So like it's
We
raining. You
don't
miss it.
always get to choose what happens to us. But we do get to choose the little things, like what we eat and how we respond to the things life throws our way. I hope that one day, you too will recognize the power of something as small and inconsequential as a delicious dessert.
I'll do my best. You bid farewell to the woman, and continue your journey further into the city.
Oh, yeah, the rain is going crazy, bro. We needed that, man. I've been dying from the heat the other day. How is the heat in Europe?
As you venture further into the city, the streets appear
What is the quest
largely
I'm doing
empty.
about?
An elderly woman walks past. You see her shake her head
We're playing a
as
story.
she puts away her wrinkled wallet. A nearby merchant folds his arms and gives you a disdainful look. You get the impression that he's someone who has long gotten used to the sight before him.
We're playing a story from the past. It's a game, actually. A game that Cloran plays all the
Although
time.
he doesn't seem very friendly, merchants are usually a good source of information, right?
Dude, I want to see
Pardon me,
Furina
sir.
and Lenny
I'd
dressed
like
like
to
this
ask a
dude.
question, if I may.
That depends. How much are you willing to pay?
Why does this
How
dude
about
sound like that?
this much?
What do you take me for? Some lowly beggar? You can't even buy half an onion with that amount.
Oh,
There's
it's a
surely
woman
an
you
onion
trying to
can't
sound
be
like
that
a guy.
expensive, right?
Yeah, it's a
what
woman
do
trying to
you
sound
know?
like a guy.
War's nearly upon us. Everything costs several times what it did before. If you're not gonna buy anything, then scram.
Whoa, what a nasty guy. Maybe we shouldn't even bother talking to him.
Dude, couldn't they just like
We still
hire a
might
new
have information we need.
male actor
Traveler,
rather than using one
can
of
you
the
think of something?
women that is already in the studio? What are you doing? Persuade him? Lenny, you're up? Furina put on a performance. If I have a Discord server, yeah, it's been around for a minute, bro. It's been around since I've been playing in 2020, but I just revitalized it this year because I tried to like kick everyone out and delete it at some point, but then when I started back this year, they asked me to create a server, so I'm like, shit, let's just use this one. Should we use let's make Furina do it?
A performance? I've never played a role-playing game like this before, but even I can tell that suggestion is pretty far-fetched. Is a performance check really going to help here? Alright. Ahem.
Furina is the bard.
By the harbor's grace, a lone boat lies in rest. Let the moon give chase, for here begins our quest. In the dark of shadow, our heroes seek to find where creatures born of evil weave their grand design.
You join? Thank you,
Blocked
man.
The road does stand, such as our
I hope
hunter's
you'll
plight.
have fun
Yet
in there
sword
with
and
everyone.
courage in hand, they march
They don't do
forth to
much, they
pierce
just
the
like
night.
post stuff on the different games they play. Just like occasionally chat and share stuff. You can always share stuff, man. We just post in the appropriate channel. You know, there's a channel for each one of the gacha games we play. We do solo leveling, Wuthering Waves, Genshin. I might make another server. I might make another channel for Zenless Zone, but we'll see what happens, bro. I play so many gacha games, it's unhealthy.
I don't recall asking for a bardic song. Don't expect me to give you any coin. But if you meant what you sang, and you are indeed some kind of hunter, then by all means, please, go out and kill those monsters for us.
What
Those monsters are camped outside the city, and they've been destroying all our trade routes. We have limited reserves within the city, so if this continues, we're all gonna be in big trouble.
Wait, you're saying no one has put a plan in place to distribute supplies or maintain order?
We could all starve, and those nobles in the palace wouldn't even break a sweat. Who knows?
It is
Maybe they've been
unhealthy
in
to
cahoots
play
with the
through gacha
monsters all
games.
along.
That is concerning.
I'm free to play though.
all right. I think I've said more than enough.
I didn't say I
Be on
wail
your
on
way
3
now.
gacha games.
Got it. Thank you, sir.
Don't mind him, Furina. He just doesn't have enough taste to appreciate your art.
No. I was just thinking about how those
Friends, you
nobles
know,
must be so
keep on playing
cold-hearted.
not only Genshin but
It's
Honkai
like
Star
they
Rail.
don't care about their people at all.
I play Genshin the least though. Sometimes I even forget to play it. I just log in, get my resin, and then log out. Get my resin,
Should we try to go somewhere with more people?
and do my dailies, and I get
How
off.
about the city square? Follow me.
The games I farm are like, what you call it? Wuthering Waves, because that one is fresh. And,
Before you lies the city's central square.
what you call
You
it?
see a man with a
Solo
slightly
level,
anxious look on his
because
face,
they're both fun,
pacing
really
back
fun.
and forth, his head hanging low. He doesn't seem to notice your approach. Still immersed in his own thoughts, he shakes his head and lets out a long sigh.
Sometimes you forget to log
This
in
guy
Genshin,
seems
it hurts,
promising
because I have the blessing of the
Maybe I
work in
can
me.
get some information out of him.
It's not like it's going anywhere though. As long as you log in, you're still getting your
Hello,
blessing,
sir.
bro.
Is there anything I can do to help you?
Bro.
Wait, you're...
What is this dude's voice, bro?
I'm...
Oh, dear goodness! You're a Marashose hunter!
Oh, it's
recognize us?
little Timmy.
Ah, are you one of the people who wrote the commission letter?
Yes, yes! Oh, I didn't expect you to actually come. Oh, what great news! The city is saved!
What happened here?
That's little Timmy, bro.
Alas, we once lived comfortable, carefree lives. This city used to be free of monsters. The first Marashose hunter, Casiodor, the Golden Hunter, he was the one who drove them back. However, monsters have once again surrounded the city. Perhaps the seal that kept them at bay has lost its power. Or perhaps an evil sorcerer has been meddling in our affairs. All I know for sure is that their return has stripped the city of any chance at peace.
Are there not enough soldiers to drive them out?
It's not a question of numbers. The guards simply have no
Wait, you said
idea
you
how to
started
deal
playing
with them.
Star Rail, right, Tom
Most people my
Shaikwaza?
age have never even seen one of the monsters, much less been trained to fight against them. What's worse, many of us don't even know the history of the Marashose hunters anymore. When I was a child, though, my grandfather would tell me stories about how the Marashose hunters drove back the monsters. So, on the off chance that something might come of it, I decided to reach out to you. To be perfectly honest, I was starting to think all those stories were just tall tales. But now that I've seen you in person, I finally know that it was true!
Well, you can rest easy, friend. The righteous and formidable Marashose hunters are on the case.
The man is touched by your determination and resolve. His eyes begin to well with tears of relief.
Still, if we are going to
I'm
hunt
gonna
the
go play
monsters,
some Genshin now.
we
Can't
need to
wait to
know
get
where to find
Orion.
them.
Of course, bro.
Can you give
Enjoy
us
your
any
Genshin
hints?
session. Thank you for stopping by
All I
today,
know is that the
Paul.
area
Take care,
outside the
man.
city is dangerous.
Enjoy your vacation with your
I'm
family.
afraid I can't point you toward a specific location. Oh, although, if you leave the capital
You
through
too,
the
man.
main
Have a
gate
great
and
night,
follow
bro.
the road, you should run into a group of guards. They might know more about where to find the monsters.
I see. We'll go look for them then.
All right, be careful. Oh, and one last thing. The monsters outside the city are just part of the problem. There are evil sorcerers inside the city as well, so be on your guard. They're actively working with the monsters, and have corrupted the court ministers with malicious magic. They're the reason why, even inside the city, everything has been a giant mess. Even one of our kindest ministers has turned into a boorish and unreasonable figure, interested in nothing but enacting laws that exploit the people. Who knows how much longer we'll be able to go on like this.
Talk about being stuck between a rock and a hard place.
I feel bad for him. Maybe we should try to cheer him up?
Huh? Like, now? Is this really the right time?
I appreciate your kindness, but for now, it's more important to focus on the crisis at hand. Brave hunters, I leave the future of this kingdom to you.
If I understood correctly, there are currently 2 problems in the kingdom that need solving, right?
Exactly. We need to defeat the monsters outside the city and take down the evil sorcerer stirring up trouble from within.
But which problem should we tackle first?
Well, this seems like a good moment for a break. Take some time and discuss what you want to do. Let me know when you've made your decision.
I really didn't expect the people in the city to keep us at arm's length like that. I totally thought the hunters would be treated like heroes.
Well, Clarence said the script took cues from the real history of Fontaine, right? Maybe the real-life miHoYo hunters were also treated like that.
I wouldn't say it's a perfect representation of history, but there are definitely some similarities. Would you like to hear more about it?
Sure. As long as it doesn't spoil anything in the script. You brought up bits and pieces of the hunter's history before, but it was all in passing.
Paimon wants to know too! The hunters were super powerful, right? Were they all from a special line of supernatural beings or something? Kind of like the yokai in Inazuma?
No. All miHoYo hunters were ordinary mortal fighters. The only thing that set them apart were the special sword techniques passed down over the centuries.
Huh? So you mean anyone could become a miHoYo hunter?
In theory, yes. All you would need to do is survive the rigorous training and master the swordsmanship techniques required to fight the monsters. Still, most people dropped out at the early stages, and others called it quits the minute they saw a monster in person. To become a hunter, you must be strong in both body and mind.
What kind of monsters did the hunters fight exactly?
Yo, Potato, what's up, bro?
The evil sorcerer the script mentions. Did they exist in real life too?
The land of Fontaine once played host to an ancient dynasty known as Remuria. After that dynasty fell, monsters began to appear, intent on obstructing humans from establishing a new social order. One of the ancient sorcerers of Remuria used his power to assemble a formidable army of golems. He sought to use that force to establish himself as king.
Now wait a second. Don't tell me that guy was the inspiration for the evil sorcerer in the script. We still haven't found any in-game information on him yet. So, why don't you talk about someone else for now?
Well, I wasn't planning on going into anything you might be able to find out in the game. But if you want me to talk about something else, then... How about Casiodor,
How's it
the
going,
Golden
Potato?
Hunter? Or
Did you
Egeria,
build
the
Alto yet?
ex-Hydro-Archon?
Wait, but those people are all from a super long time ago. Where did you learn all this, Claran?
From my master.
Huh. By master, you mean Miss Petronia?
Someone you know?
Absolutely. Miss Petronia and my father were good friends. Back in the day, she would often bring Clorand over to play, but then...
Let's not get off topic. Anyway, back to what I was saying. Responding to Egeria's call, a number of warriors followed Casiodor into battle against the monsters.
Did you get the golden dreamless set
Under
that you want?
Casiodor's leadership,
With the best
became
stats?
known as the miHoYo Hunters. Yet, as Fontaine entered an era of peace, their work gradually became obsolete. The miHoYo Phantom, originally an association made up of hunters, eventually came to be predominantly comprised of Melusines.
Ah, I see. That explains why most of the people in the script have forgotten the
Damn, bro.
hunters, or think of them as nothing more than a legend.
Is that really a bad thing, though? It can get tough
I'm
always
gonna see
being
if
the
I
one
can,
shouldering
so what are you
everyone's
currently working on in, Wuthering Waves, bro?
Depends on who you ask, I suppose. If the name of the organization no longer commands respect, investigative work is bound to suffer.
Speaking of investigations, which problem should we tackle first? Monsters or evil sorcerer?
I vote monsters. That's the main duty of the hunters, right? We can come back to the sorcerer later.
Well said, Miss Furina. Plus, if the sorcerers really are the masterminds behind this whole thing,
Just finished all my
defeating the
side quests
monsters could
today
give us
and
some
stop for
clues
now
on their
taking a break.
intentions as well.
Bro,
What about
you've
you,
been
partner?
far of it,
What do
bro.
you think?
What's your union level now? Did you hit 40 yet?
It's decided then.
All right. After some discussion, you decide to turn around and head out of the city.
Let's take a look around, like that guy said.
Still 36, bro? How?
You there, outsiders, halt!
Who's there?
I think I just
An
leveled
armored
37
man
today.
approaches you.
I
He has
should
a
hit
tall,
40
muscular build
tonight.
and a determined expression in his eyes.
Thanks to
Just
2
one
times
look,
event in
and you
training.
can tell he's
Nice.
fought in his fair share of battles. Although he's trying his best to conceal his current state, his uneven gait and the sweat dripping down his forehead make it obvious that he's been wounded and is in serious pain. I'm the captain of the guard. I saw
I have
you
a bunch
sneaking
of
around the
things to
city
do, bro,
earlier,
when I
so
log
I'll
in
only
today.
ask this once. State your purpose, or it's off to the dungeons for the lot of you.
I should hit level 40 as well.
Wow, it's been a while since someone's been this suspicious of us.
I said talk, not whisper between yourselves.
But I can't build
Have
Alto
you
yet.
ever
I'll have to
heard
wait,
of the
bro.
Marchese hunters?
I want more wishes, though.
Say hunters. Ha!
Well, I
The
can't get any more
fairy tale,
wishes.
you mean? What, you expect me to believe you're one of them?
So I guess for us free-to-play players, bro, it's over, man. We just have to just... Because I wanted that Yinlin, bro. She's a really good Electro character. I guess free-to-play players don't have that privilege.
Sir, we were indeed in the city earlier, but our purpose was only to gather information on the monsters. We're here to help this city and all the people within it. Your guards are still fighting the monsters as we speak. They could be seriously wounded and in grave need of support. You need all the help you can get.
Oh my god, bro. Wait, is she playing on easy mode? Oh, it was a success. Alright.
The man regards you with doubt and concern. After a period of inner struggle,